What's going on, guys? It's Sam the Bold here. Got another Halo Wars video for all you guys out there who are interested in watching. Got a 2v2 going down on Mirage here. Teams are me and Tess against Scootman and P2wscrub. So I got some heavy hitters in this lobby for sure. Has some good players. Everyone here is a high champ, We're all good at the game. Should be an interesting match here. We all went random all here, and I rolled Pavium, which is interesting. I mean, Pavium's not It's not great. He's not terrible. He's pretty mid on this map, honestly. But I think my plan here is just to build choppers. Is like the one thing about Pavian, which I'm not a big fan about him, is that he doesn't really have a lot of options. Like you can really go like choppers or grunts, maybe grunt, Sui, JPB. But choppers are the way to go, I guess. They have an arbiter, so when playing against elite leaders, excuse me, the choppers are a pretty good counter to the elites because they don't have the grunt mines. So on Tech 1, you're definitely going to be doing pretty good. They're going to have to be forced into ghosts or something. Maybe hero. No, Shipmaster can go hero. Arbiter, not so much. He's Arbiter, so expecting ghosts out of him. That's what I'm expecting. So I ended up bullying a grunt off the supplies, and I'm gonna be grabbing some of his yellow, which is big. That's one problem with the spawn on Mirage too, is that I don't have any yellow at all to grab. So I'm actually gonna sack my chopper into these power crates, but there is a sentinel shooting at me, so that's unfortunate. I'm gonna have to back up there, but did get enough power to upgrade my gen, which is pretty nice. So at least I'm not gonna be delaying the gen upgrade. Got a couple grunts here, capping or shooting the sentinels, capping the node. Teammates gonna come over here and help me, and the copper pump is already starting up here. Pavium's awesome because you have the burnout. That's kind of your big trump with Pavium is you have burnout, so you can get a lot of extra eco, which means a little extra units compared to every other banished. So we're gonna have a lot of choppers, and I'm really lucky here. I actually was able to sneak this garrison from him. He wasn't looking, so that was a nice garrison sneak steal right there. Pretty good for me to take that. Having that vision is gonna be huge. So what's interesting in this game actually is I think my teammate opted in for the Jerome vision ability, which you don't really see that too often. I think that's a little interesting strat. That's a bad rally point right there. Just missed rally at a chopper and he grenaded it down. So that was a bad rally point out of me. Happens to the best of us. Gonna have to reset my rally point now to go underneath this garrison, this double garrison here to prevent any more stray choppers from the other side to run into those, run through the middle again. Teammates pushing up here. He's got his Jerome Mantis, and I believe they're Anders Arbiter this game. So pretty tough to fight a Jerome with that combo. Jerome's really good. He can just kind of push up here, and he's got the inspiration. So what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be a lot of this game. I'm gonna be like kind of hugging my teammate, just kind of sitting next to him, just abusing the aura, the inspiration aura that his Jerome provides. So my choppers are gonna do a little more damage, which is always nice. On teams, you definitely want to work together. And yeah, Jerome's pretty good teams leader, I'd say. He's very map dependent. But overall, I think at a high level, Jerome's pretty good. So we do cap that. We do kill the mini. They didn't really opt to defend it. I don't think they had enough troops to fight it. So we're gonna take that mini. I'm pecking up here to Tech 2. I did build a pretty early second gen. I got a decent amount of choppers up here, and I'm not sure what I'm gonna do here. What I'm gonna opt in for Tech 2. I told my teammate to buy that base. So I'm gonna grab a early secondary. So this is the way to play. You wanna tech up, get your Tech 2, and your next 200 yellow you want to spend on an expansion. So looks like I'm sacking a supply pad here for a barracks or a raid camp, I should say. So we're gonna be going in for some hunter ranger play. Probably some hunters because there's a lot of ghosts there. It's got more ghosts than I have choppers, and ghosts are definitely a little bit better than choppers. They got shields. I'd rather have ghosts than choppers. So we're gonna build some hunters to deal with those. I'm just gonna stick with my teammate here. I think I told him like, hey man, you're in the driver's seat. Wherever you go, I'm just gonna back you up. I'm just gonna support you. I said also I pinged that marine there on that high ground. That was really smart of my teammate to have that unit right there. So we have vision on their expansion. We got Got some good scouting. We know when that expansion's gonna go up. We can, keep track of it. I'm pumping out some hunters here. Definitely worried about those ghosts that he has. And looks like we're gonna trade mini bases here. He's killing my mini, we're killing his, so it's okay. Gonna sack the mini. Don't you really? It's always important to sack that mini base. You don't want to let them kill that because if they do, they can get a lot of leader point progression. And that could be their third point right there. They could be ahead of us in LPs. So he sacks it too. He's a good player. And looks like they're gonna be pushing back up the middle here. Burnout's up ready. I'm gonna burn out the gens. Want to get that extra power for more counter unit production. And I'm with my teammate here. We're kind of grouped up. It's gonna be a big fight here in a second. We're kind of prepping for it. One thing that's concerning here is that they have a Tech 2 Spartan. So that Tech 2 Spartan is gonna be a pretty big issue. We're both Tech 1 right now. Oh, sorry, I'm Tech 2, but I don't really have any like good way to fight it. And it's kind of a bad fight for me. I kind of split up a little bit. They dropped mines. They kind of zoned me out, and I lost a lot of choppers to those mines. So that was not the greatest fight for me. I kind of was a little out of position there. Didn't have my units in the right spot. Gonna panic build some more units here, and now we got to retreat, which is unfortunate. I have a lot of hunters here, and I don't have enough rangers, so Spartan is gonna be a problem for sure. So I noticed they're gonna chase me, so I'm gonna try and split my units up into two different groups here. I got two hunters there and two hunters there, so hopefully I at least save a couple of them instead of losing all four of them. It's kind of what you want to do. And I'm gonna back up. I actually did save three out of those four hunters. That was a good split right there. Good little way to keep your units alive, and a little split in two different directions. Classic RTS move right there. And I'm panic building Rangers now because I'm like, holy smokes, he's Anders, he's got combat tech Marines, got the Douglas. Need some Rangers for sure, need some more counter units. And I believe they're gonna go attack my secondary now. So I'm building engineers to heal it, healing up my red bar hunters there. Got a good amount of pop though. And the 72 pop is pretty good. And there's a Kodiak in there too. So those Kodiaks are gonna be a little bit of an issue because I can't really get on top of them right now. There's that Spartan there. I'm trying to pre-split my units so he doesn't get a slam on me. But Kodiak's definitely shelling me, putting in some work at the NG bubble. Did get a pretty good slam on a couple of those hunters there. Keeping the unit production up here, grunts, rangers, hunters, and engineers. The base is upgraded. Don't think I'm going to lose this base, which is nice. I think I'm going to be able to push him off here. Spartans is getting pretty weak there. I've got a lot of rangers sniping him. But that Kodiak's putting in a ton of work, man. Look at all that. That's one Kodiak shot practically like red bars a lot of my infantry. So I'm pushing up here. I built a shroud too, which is pretty smart because I know those Kodiaks are going to be a problem. He dropped the mine drop there. I avoided that mine drop thankfully. And I'm trying to cloak up my units here and heal them. I definitely need to heal up my army here. I have a lot of weak units. Burnout's pretty nice. I'm gonna burn out my gens there, and I'm gonna have a lot of extra money to build a shield generator with and get some infantry upgrades. Shroud does a good job there negating that Kodiak shot, which is cool. And this is looking like a dead base here. They just don't have enough to defend this. So that base is going down. I'm gonna build up my Pavium leader, and I want to get a third gen, but I don't want to cancel the infantry upgrade I have, so I'm gonna wait to sack that raid camp for a third gen. Because Pavium with three gens and Burnout 3, he's a beast. He's got a ton of money. You can do a lot of good stuff with him. So yep, stack the raid camp, get the third gen up. Stack the harvester for a foundry, because I'm going to need reavers. Reavers are good. Gonna get some of those out to complete the counterball here, and we're in a good spot. This game's gone pretty well for us so far, other than like one bad engagement, I think, when I ran over those mines with the choppers, but not a big deal. Try and grab this node here, but my unit's not listening, and my teammate takes it. Got a shroud up there. Pavium's on the field now. I'm gonna be upgrading him. Gonna be throwing down a shield on the main just as a precaution. It's important that you ideally you want to prioritize shielding your base that has your generators on it, because you don't want to lose your generators to some kind of nonsense. Like they could maybe drop a super sentinel on me at some point, or I don't know. It's important to have your generator shielded. It's one big advantage that the Banish have over the UNSC is shield generators. They're really good. So I see they're all grouped up here, and I try to stun them with the JPB and drop a rain of fire. It was decent, but I actually end up eating some mines while that was going on. So ouch, that's gonna hurt. Lost a decent amount of units to those mines, so I wasn't really able to move them without the rain of fire queued up. And kind of losing some pop here. They got a lot of rangers over there, a lot of rangers. But my teammate does have a pretty good Mastodon ball here, so I'm gonna keep repopping. I don't. How do I wait? How do I lose all those units, man? I'm down to 40 pop. It's not good. So I definitely need to rebuild here. Once I get this Pavium upgraded, he's gonna be pretty strong. That Tech 2 Pavium's pretty thick guy. Got a good HP bar, decent amount of damage. He's a little slow though. Definitely his downside is his mobility. So I really want to take this garrison here. I wanna kill him out of this garrison and take it. So I can get my Pavium this garrison. I can just start, shelling everything and causing problems. But he actually snatches the garrison back up. I thought it died, but he put another guy in there. So that's kind of like stood there. I kind of overstayed my welcome, I guess, by trying to do that. So my Pavium's gonna go down. So that was not a good engagement. That was kind of a disaster there. So you have to pull back, regroup, unfortunately, but we're still in a really good position. We've managed to deny their secondary, and my teammate's going over there gonna kill his other secondary. And I didn't notice he's getting attacked right there by those elite enforcers. So he pinged that. I wasn't really looking. I wasn't paying attention, but we're here now, and I got shrouds up, so this base is definitely not gonna fall, which is important. Gonna save this guy's base. It's always a good thing to do. And there's Douglas is in here now. He's got a Wolverine, unfortunately, so he can detect my shrouds, and he's definitely gonna hijack a Reaver. That's a smart thing to do. Big mine drop. I'm coming down there. Gonna avoid that to the best of my ability. And eat one of them. Not a big deal. But I think we're gonna save this base. I hope so. I mean, I'm at 70 pop here. I got a pretty big army, full pop army, but there's just a lot of rangers there. Kind of a problem. I'm trying to put the NGs on the base. Sometimes they don't really want to listen. Like right now, they're not listening. I definitely clicked that base with the NGs. There we go. And I got Pavium here though. Oh, my teammate healed it. Okay, so base should be okay. Pavium's here on the base. I'm trying to have him heal the base with the Pavium drone, but sometimes the drone just doesn't listen. And I told my teammate to light up that main base so I can drop a lich on it. He lit it up, so Lich is on the field there, lighting the main base up, or Lich in the main base. Definitely want to use it on the UNSC base because there's no shield on it. But there is a Super Sentinel on the field now, if you can see that on the mini map there. And the Lich is actually getting worked right now. The Lich is getting destroyed. So my Lich push definitely not all that. Did manage to keep him on defense for a good amount of time, but I didn't really have anything over there to back it up. My headset just turned off for some reason. I don't know why. Um, and we're just gonna keep pushing here. Uh, they're both on one base. This is a really good situation for us here. Just gonna keep putting pressure on him. He's got a couple Kodiaks locked down, but my plan here is to again get my Pavium inside of this garrison and just shell him from a distance. I maybe could have pressed Y on the Sentinel there and you know killed it or not killed necessarily, but like paint brushed it and debuffed it. But I was worried it was gonna drive away out of my range, so I decided to ability the generator and drop a rain of fire to guarantee the building kill. It's kind of better to use rain of fire on buildings and units, honestly. It's really easy to dodge a rain of fire. It's just not the greatest ability in the game. Does a good amount of damage, but it's also very easy to dodge. No one's just gonna sit in that. But I mean, this is looking pretty bad for them. They're on one base with not a lot, and he's pushing up here with his guys, and got a lot of NG bubbles here. NG bubbles are huge. This big counter unit army here. I'm Tech 3 now, so my Pavium is putting in a lot of damage, and I think I'm gonna maybe go for like a Wraith switch here or something. Wraiths are definitely the move. Pavium when you're Tech 3, get those Wraiths out. But I don't think we need Wraiths to win. Looks like it's just gonna be Hunters and Reavers counter units. Teammates putting in work with the Mastodons. Once you get that Mastodon ball up, man, they're very strong. You can get some techs on them, some upgrades. Infantry levels are very strong, and that Sentinel is looking very weak there. Red bar Sentinel running away, no shield on it. I want to get my Pavium on top of that Sentinel is what I want to do. I got my next leader point. I'm going to drop a heal on our guys, so everyone's nice and healthy. Big burnout going down the base there, burnout level 3, and that's going to be it. So yeah, GG. It was a fun game. Hope you guys enjoyed watching that. This game was played and recorded on September 7th, 2025, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.